welcome to the Remedy Fibers podcast, a podcast about knitting and crochet hosted by me, Jillian. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're a returner, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. Today I have a quick check-in. I wanted to catch you up to speed as to what I'm working on, a new project with new yarn that I'm so excited about, and just a quick check-in. I hope that you are well, and I hope that you have your project, your coffee, tea, and stay tuned. But if you're new here, I live in Northern California with my husband and dog Benny. I love everything yarn related, and I hope you stay for my yarn journey. Today I made me some coffee. It is so good, and I'll be sipping it along this podcast. So as for check-in, today is the last day for the fall quarter of the school year, and so all the students have left the university until next quarter. We are on a quarter system instead of the traditional semester system, so it's going to be a little bit quieter, it's going to be a little bit more peaceful, and it's a nice break so that I can catch up on some work and also prepare for next school year. So I've been knitting away. My Saturday has been filled with vigorously knitting. I almost forgot to record a podcast because I was so focused on move out, but also working on some fun projects that I'll show you right now. So I don't have any finished objects. I am wearing my summer sorrel by Wool and Pine Designs, which I love. It is so beautiful. I'm obsessed with it. But for my first work in progress, I have the Trilo Tee by Sachiko Burgin. I thought I was going to finish this, but I've been focused on the project I'm about to show you next. But I've been able to knit all of the body, and right now I just have to split for the sleeves and then work on the chest neck construction of it. Right now I'm really loving it. I'm using the Isajet spinny yarn. It's lace, and this is a paid for pattern, but if you have any lace weight yarn around, it does use bigger needles. So this pattern calls for a US 7, but because of my gauge I went up to a US 8, and it knit up pretty fast. It was a great mindless knit. Over the weekend I went to trivia night and I just was knitting away. I didn't even have to look at it. Some of the people there was like, how can you do that without looking? So this was a great mindless knit. So I definitely want to continue to work on that, but let me show you. So I have decided to knit a sweater for one of my friends. She loves Taylor Swift, and a couple of times she's mentioned the cardigan that everyone is making, all the fans are making, and I think that it was on sale at one point. I don't listen to Taylor Swift. I have no idea what's going on in that Taylor Swift world. So I decided to work on the Folklore Cardigan. It is a free pattern, and this one I found on Ravelry by Lion Brand. You have to make an account and then you get the pattern for free on lionbrand.com. But this is how it looks so far. Doesn't it look so good? I've tried cables one time in the past, but it was very early in the beginning of my knitting journey, so I wasn't really happy with it. But I love how this came out so much that I kind of want to keep this for myself, Benny. And Benny's right here eyeing me down. He wants me to open the window, but it's too loud out there. But I just love it. This is the back piece. I have to work the front separately and the sleeves separately, so not too much of a fan about that. I wish it was top down or something in the round, but it's fine. I'm excited to challenge myself. I know I put in the community tab what are some of your knit or craft or crochet resolutions for the upcoming year, and I know some of you put to learn a new skill. So this is definitely learning a new skill for me, challenging myself and really going out of my comfort zone. I've already screamed when I've made a mistake. I did have to rip back because I didn't realize one of the cable repeats had a whole page to it, and so I was like, this is not looking how everyone else's finished project looks on Ravelry. But I'm so happy with it. It looks so cute, and I'm gonna be using the rest of my Saturday to work on this. The only downside of this pattern is it takes a lot of focus. I can't talk. I can watch TV, but it's easy for me to get distracted, so I really need to focus so I can make sure I make the best project for my friend. So I hope she loves it. She has not seen it yet. I showed her a little glimpse of it, but the reason why I wanted to work on this is Joann's is having a crazy sale. I think the yarn for this was supposed to be about $50 to $60, and I got it for $30, so I think that's crazy. It is 80% acrylic and 20% wool, So it is getting a little bit darker here because of the mistake of the camera zooming in so close to my face. So I might have to speed this up just so that I can bring this video to you on Sunday. I'm going to wrap this podcast up because I want to get back to knitting. But let me show you my spinning progress. I was able to complete 2 more bobbins of my Paradise Fibers wool that I received in the month of October. And I have to work on my 3rd bobbin. It's going to be a 3-ply. And originally I thought I wanted to make a hat, but now I'm not quite sure how much yardage I have here that I can make something a little bit bigger, but we'll see. The reason why I haven't been spinning is because I've just been working on this cardigan. It's so addicting. It's such a fun knit, and I'm excited to have something to work on once I finish the cardigan because I do have a 3rd bobbin to get started with. So that brings me to my next topic of Netflix and knitting. Because a lot of my patterns are really extensive, it takes a lot of discipline and concentration. What's keeping me going is having great entertaining shows to watch. So I just finished The Watcher. It's a psychological thriller located in Westfield, New Jersey. It's about a family that buys a house and starts getting really creepy letters from The Watcher. And I actually used to live really close to Westfield, New Jersey, about 20 minutes. I lived in Rahway. And it was really close, but I've never heard of such a story before. All I know is if I'm moving into a house and I'm getting creepy letters and the neighbors are acting weird, I'm selling it. I don't got time to deal with that. That was such a weird series. Another series I started watching is called Dead to Me. It features Christina Applegate, I believe. And I think it's a dark comedy. She loses her husband to a hit and run. She meets a friend at a grief group. And every time you think it could get bad, it gets worse. So that one has definitely been keeping me on my toes. But comment down below what series or movie you recommend that you're watching so that we can all Netflix and knit together. Well, sorry that I had to keep this short, quick, and sweet, to the point, because your girl got to keep on working on this cardigan, and it's getting dark outside. But I hope to see you next week. I hope that you and your family are happy, healthy, and safe, and talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.